So, have you ever thought about launching a fashion brand? Maybe. In the words of Molly May, good morning everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's so lovely to see you here, as it always is. For today's video, I thought I would talk to you about some current obsessions. And let me tell you, as I was devising this cunning list of obsessions, I found that every single one of them is something that I've actually spoken about before. The consistency is impeccable here. I thought that was a wonderful homage to personal style. I don't think I've ever done a video on personal style. However, I do believe I have quite a strong sense of personal style. I know what I like, and whenever I deviate from that, I get very upset. So what I'm about to talk to you about is 1, personal style, and 2, my personal style, the things contributing to my personal style at the moment, which you will come to realise may be, if you're a friend of the channel, things that you've seen before. But as my Spanish teacher used to say, repetir por favor. Should we get on with it? I'm going to start off with my obsessions, and then I'm going to go on to my personal style. A couple of notes on my personal style, I think. My first obsession, possibly my favourite of them all, toe socks, and just the shape of a toe. Personally, actually, I despise feet. I despise your bare toe, and your foot is just horrific to me. Why on earth do I have them? I was made for a Roald Dahl book as a witch. However, the shape of a toe and the way that a toe fits in a tabby or a flip-flop, it just scratches that itch for me. I just absolutely love it. I have been seeing a rise in popularity of the Vibram 5-finger shoes, and from this rise in popularity, people will be experimenting, and I love a little bit of experimentation, don't we all? Nothing interesting ever comes from staying the same. How hypocritical of me after saying I like things that are the same. Anyway, one of my favourite pictures of the year, possibly of all time, is a picture of the Vibram 5-finger shoes slotted into a pair of flip-flops. Chef's kiss, some may say. I just think the shape of this is just absolutely perfect. I just absolutely adore it. It's so interesting. I think part of my personal style is I like minimal items. I don't like layering, I don't like colours, I don't like things like that. However, I like the small number of things I own to be interesting. So whilst I am on the way to owning a pair of Vibram 5-fingers, I thought it would be more appropriate to buy some toe socks. Let me tell you, they bring me great joy. What is fashion for if not to bring you happiness? I absolutely love these. I love slotting them into a pair of flip-flops. Any open-toed shoe with a pair of toe fingers is just absolutely wonderful to me. I've spoken about before the brand Ingenie, a pair of proper sports socks, and the function actually is that your toes don't rub together if you're on a hike or etc. So actually it is functional. And I do have a pair of tabby shoes as well, so they slot rather nicely into them. I believe that is the core element of my personal style. I enjoy details and I enjoy minimal items. Maximum detail is what I enjoy. Next thing on my list, I don't know if you've noticed, in quite a few of my videos, I have something on my face. Some may call them spectacles, glasses, specs if you're from the streets. How many others can I think of? Not many others. Anyway, it's not important. These glorious things. I definitely go through phases of enjoying and hating my glasses. However, they are the only pair that I own. I can't just switch them out for any old pair I find from Boots or whatever, because I was blessed with the eyesight of 2 different people. So in one eye I have the vision of a 90-year-old man, in the other eye I have the vision of a 90-year-old dog. So that's fun times for me. It means I can't swap in and out my glasses, but it means that I have to come to enjoy my glasses. And one thing that I have been obsessed with as of recently is I saw this absolutely glorious TikTok of how I may be able to accessorize my glasses. Glasses on glasses, glasses squared, doubling up on the glasses. So I saw someone wear sunglasses over top of their glasses. This was just absolutely amazing for me because I don't own prescription sunglasses. So if I were to wear sunglasses, I'd just walk around with a guide dog. This was just absolutely perfect for me. I absolutely love this. I love, love, love the idea of massive, great big 70s sunglasses and then littler glasses in the middle. So at the moment, maybe this wouldn't actually be as appropriate as I thought for me at the moment because my glasses are quite big, but I actually would really thoroughly enjoy a pair of smaller glasses. I really thoroughly enjoy the Miu Miu glasses. Sierra O'Day, absolute icon, lovely Miu Miu girl, made me fall in love with these glasses. I think they're quite similar to mine in that they're both like this tortoiseshell colour, bold rim. They're slightly smaller, I guess dabbling a little bit into the Bayonetta style, which actually personally is not particularly my style, but if I were wearing massive sunglasses over the top of them, then it doesn't matter. Although it kind of defeats the purpose of having Miu Miu on the side of my glasses. People have to see that. I also really like Susie Lola's glasses, and actually I've seen quite a couple of people wear these glasses. Almost like that see-through pink tinted colour, thin, that oval type shape. Having that underneath the big 70s glasses, fabulous. Next one is actually very similar to this one. I've spoken about before that I would really love a glasses chain. And as I was speaking about it before, I was actually watching a James Marriott video, looking really rather great at the moment, may I say. I loved his glasses chain. I fell in love with his glasses chain only to realise they were actually just some wired headphones that he wears in every single video. After mentioning this, I couldn't actually find any particular glasses chain that I actually enjoyed. It was more conceptual brainstorming session we were having in that video. Since then, I have found a beautiful man on the internet who has delivered in the glasses chain market. I absolutely love his glasses. I love his glasses and I love his chain. Anxiety permitting, I will message him to ask where on earth he found such a glasses chain. And if he tells me he made it, I will be paying him a lot to make one for me, because I simply must have one, basically. But yes, absolutely thoroughly enjoy. Again, small little details. I have to wear glasses and I want to dress them up and make them interesting. This is a perfect way to do so. Final note on glasses, I have found what I believe to be my perfect glasses. I am rewatching Lost at the moment with my wonderful father. One of the Expendables in season 1 comes in to play golf. You'll remember it if you're a Lost fan. And he has my dream glasses, someone who has fallen out of a broken plane. But yes, I absolutely love these glasses. I love that they're just a thin, wiry, minimal, skinny little, hardly there, barely there glasses. I just absolutely love them. Still round, but slightly lower on the face and not quite as a bold rim around them. That's what I want. If I can find myself a pair of those, I will be switching to those. Look out for that. But yes, I just thought these were absolutely perfect. And I also think the thin, wiry rim of a glass would work perfectly with the doubling up of the glasses should I be wearing sunglasses. So dream glasses right there, watching Lost. I find inspiration from things I genuinely like. I don't find inspiration from fashion sources. So I will be indulging in a bit of self-care, lying in my bed watching YouTube, and I will come across things I enjoy and adopt it from there rather than searching for things on Pinterest. Next thing on my list, another thing that I've spoken about before, detailing on jeans and on the backs of trousers particularly. I really love a back pocket. I really love a back pocket flap. I really love a back pocket flap. I really love cinch back jeans, back buckles, any kind of detailing in the stitching, the lining. I love a roll up at the bottom of my jeans. I love anything to make a boring pair of jeans interesting, because I find jeans inherently boring. This is probably on the top of things I am genuinely going to actually get. It is within my grasp. It is in the near future. I see this in my wardrobe. Another great way of adding detail to my jeans, which I thoroughly enjoy, is adding a belt. I am actually really obsessed with canvas belts at the moment and some kind of detail on a belt. So the belt I currently mostly wear is just a plain black leather belt with a big silver buckle. I love it as adding detail to my jeans. It's just a perfect way of adding detail, I think. But I found a TikTok that just absolutely swept me sideways of a beautiful girl wearing a canvas belt, and I've never been a fan of canvas belts because they always have that funny little like 2 rectangle buckle that you have to slide in the end to. The inner dyspraxic in me just can't deal with that. I just hate them. But since seeing this video, I've been on the hunt for a canvas belt, and I have actually found canvas belts with just normal old buckles, which absolutely best both worlds for me. I love an interesting belt, some kind of print on the canvas, something like that, different colours, particularly wide eyelets, maybe a double eyelet, all of that good stuff. Final thing on my list, is it really an Ash Callaghan video without some mention of a dungaree? My American girls, you may know it as an overall. Hang on. Allow me to demonstrate. Here's one I made earlier. They're rather ugly, just flapping around in thin air. One thing, may I mention, absolute epitome of Ash Callaghan personal style right here. I love a dungaree. I never wear them in videos. I think that sitting cross-legged on a bed wearing dungarees just doesn't do it justice. So I never wear them in videos. However, you best believe every time I leave the house, I'm wearing a pair of dungarees. This currently is my favourite pair from Lee Denim. Lee MR. I don't know what that stands for. One is adding detail to a pair of jeans. I can also wear these as jeans and as dungarees. When you wear them as jeans, they have these button details, which you can see underneath your jumper. And they also have this, which is particularly what I wanted to talk about with you today. This funny little thing, I believe, is for holding your hammer whilst you are indulging in some carpentry. These delicate hands are for nothing but painting. Heaven forbid I were to have a heavy object like a hammer. However, I do rather like actually a cosplaying outfit and committing to the bit. So I would actually really love to put something in this. And this is my next endeavour, I think. All over the internet, we've seen people hanging things in their belt loops. And I am actually really rather sick of Hello Kitties dangling off bags and having keychains dangling off things. So I thought I'd bring to the party these Percy pigs. If you've seen the TikTok, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I thought my contribution to fashion in this video would be, I am saying I'm going to put something in this loop. I did first look at hammers and I found some excellent hammers with faces on, carved, like artistic hammers. I would be putting them in here for the sole purpose of people to look at. Heaven forbid I actually hammer anything to a wall. As I say, that's not what these hands do. And I then went down rather a rabbit hole of instruments with handles, maybe you should say, and found myself looking at guns and daggers and swords and axes. Really rather beautiful things if you take the time to look at them. Really rather a bad rap in the press, but for artistic purposes, I thought they were rather glorious. However, if I started walking around with a knife around the streets of London, I would most certainly end up the night in jail. So maybe not for now. Maybe when the world becomes a bit more liberal and we can appreciate art a little bit more. No, scrap that. I'm not allowed to say that. Next thing I thought of was umbrella. I spoke about in another video about trying to overcome my fear of umbrellas, and hooking an umbrella in this, another great idea. But in the end, the most practical idea I thought of was actually, I am going to go back to the roots, the core of this trend, and I want a carabiner. And I will simply be putting a carabiner on this loop with my keys. No Hello Kitties, no brightly coloured fluffy pom-poms. However, going back to the idea of personal style, I want the carabiner itself to be interesting. I want a carved carabiner, some kind of artistic carabiner. That would be what I would have. And then just my plain old gold and silver keys dangling down from it, because I actually have a mix of gold and silver keys and I like mixing metals. I have both gold and silver jewellery and I think that's perfect. So now for just my little tiny note on personal style. As you can see from all of these, I believe that being able to regurgitate all of these and come back to all of these and still really enjoy all of these things, having spoken about them in the past, is a testament to having a personal style and a sense of personal style. I'm going to hate saying personal style by the end of this video. I think that is one indicator to whether you actually like something, is if you like something and you keep revisiting it. For one birthday, I gave my dad a star, and as part of this gift, you got to name a star and have it put in a star database, and you got sent the coordinates of your star so I can go stargazing and find my dad's star, which is a great idea, may I say. As part of his present, he had to name his star. I thought that this was quite a responsibility, so I told him, you have to tell me 3 times what you want the star to be called before I send off what you want it to be named. There was multiple name changes before he decided on that star, so he would come to me and call it one thing, then the next day he'd change his mind. Until he came to me 3 times with the same name, I was not going to name it. In the end, he settled for Cycle for Freedom. I think that this same theory applies to finding your personal style. If you are continuously coming back to something, is showing that you genuinely like it. If something is a trend and you like it in that moment that it is trending, maybe that's not something you actually genuinely enjoy. Food for thought. That is everything I have for today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's been so lovely talking to you, as it always is. Many well wishes for the upcoming colder months. I love you eternally. Don't forget to feed your dog, drink lots of water, and pick up your dog's poos.